So guys, finally, nahawakan na natin ang Samsung Galaxy A34 5G. This is a recently released na phone together with the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G na hopefully soon ma-review natin. And this one, I can say, the looks is pretty nice. And medyo malaki ang kanyang pinagbago over sa Samsung Galaxy A33 5G from last year. Tara, pag-usapan natin. So hi guys, ako si Richmond ng Gadget Sidekick and welcome back to my channel. This is the Samsung Galaxy A34 5G and it's being packed with the 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gig of storage. This one is the color line and it's currently being priced at 21,990. Link on the description. So like always, ang mga phone na nare-review natin sa Samsung, kadalasan walang box. So of course, we'll be skipping the unboxing part. So we'll go straight to the design of this phone. Now, what I can say, first of all, ang design niya is totally revamped over from the Galaxy A33 5G from last year. Naalala nyo guys, nung nireview natin unit yun, I can say it's very nice. Saktong-saktuhan sa aking kamay dahil medyo mas narrow siya ng konti, though medyo mas matangkad siya ng konti. And it quite resembles yung Galaxy Fold series. But this time around, medyo binalik nila, pinalapat nila, and of course, well, pinaganda naman ganyan design. So let's quickly go over dito sa phone na ito. Sa ilalim we have our loudspeaker, dalawang microphone, and of course, here is the Type-C port. On this side, it's pretty clean. Taas nandiyan ang kanyang SIM tray and of course, ang kanyang noise cancelling mic. So sundutin lang natin ang SIM tray. So we can see it's a hybrid SIM slot and what's nice dito is colored lime din ang kanyang SIM slot. And we have a rubber dito para hindi pumasok ang tubig. Supports either dalawang nano SIM na 5G or isang micro SD card plus isang 5G nano SIM. Every time na i-eject mo ang kanyang SIM tray, makikita mo itong warning nito. On this other side, makita natin is volume rocker and the power button. Sa likod, makita natin ang kanyang triple camera lens na 48MP. And sa harap kita natin is a 13MP na front-facing camera. Too bad it's still a teardrop notch. Kita natin ang kanyang side bezel, it's not that thin. And ang kanyang baba, it's not really that thin either. Ito phone na ito is being powered by the very capable Dimensity 1080. It's a 6nm chip from MediaTek. And this one is definitely a performer. Ang dami na nating na-review na mga MediaTek Dimensity 1080. And I can say that probably it's one of the better chip na pwede nyo mabili for a mid-ranger. What's impressive is that itong chip na ito was able to get a near 500,000 points dito sa AnTuTu benchmark. And pag binbreakdown natin, these are the scores na makikita natin. Kaya tinignan natin dito sa 3D Mark na benchmark score for graphics, it's quite impressive. And sinalang din natin siya sa thermal throttling test and this was the result na nakuha natin. Though medyo hindi ganun kagandahan dito pagdating sa gitna, pero naka-rebound naman siya and all the way yellow-green na siya. Pero may kunting pula siya dito along the way. Pag-usapan natin about this one later sa gaming. Now, itong phone na ito is definitely very responsive thanks to its 120Hz of screen refresh rate. Swiping left and right, it's definitely fast and smooth. Itong phone na ito has a 6.6-inch Super AMOLED display together with a 120Hz of screen refresh rate. Ang kanyang screen-to-body ratio is around 85% and this one is being protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5 front, plastic frames, and plastic back. And what I like about dito sa UI ni Samsung is very friendly and madaling gamitin. All you need to do dito is swipe over from this side. Makita mo lahat ng mga recently open mo na apps and some of your frequently used na apps. And the phone na ito is currently being powered by One UI version 5.1 inside Android version 13. Watching videos on this one is definitely a treat dahil okay, magandang kanyang screen, it's big, and though siguro ang only downside na nakita ko dito is medyo makapal ka ng bezel, but overall, the watching experience dito sa phone na ito is definitely nice dahil very punchy ang kanong colors and black is blackered. And kahit anong film panoorin mo dito, it's definitely good. So, tinry ko na kanang loudspeaker while listening to Spotify dito sa phone na ito. I can say pretty decent. And mapapansin nyo guys, the sound is coming off from dito sa ilalim ng loudspeaker. And nandito sa earpiece sa katago ang second loudspeaker. Now, of course, one of the things that we enjoy a lot on the smartphone is definitely using your social media. What else? Like this one sa Facebook, swipe ka lang paakyat. It's definitely smooth. That's 120Hz of screen refresh rate. It's definitely very soothing to the eyes. Tinry din natin siya gamitin sa TikTok like this one. It's quite fast naman and wala namang napapansin na lag dito along the way. You also get the same experience when you're using it on Twitter and Instagram. Now, playing games dito sa phone na ito, I did try 2 titles dito. One is Call of Duty Mobile, the other one is Tower Fantasy. Call of Duty Mobile, no question asked, nilagyan natin sa all high settings. But it was really nice. Ang ganda ng experience. Halos wala na mapansin na frame drops or lags. Smooth ang ganang gameplay, and I can say the graphics is definitely nice. And the screen is definitely very responsive to my every single touch. Now, pagdating mo sa Tower Fantasy, sinagad din natin ang kanyang graphic settings. Mafe-feel mo, no, along the way, there are some there are some frame drops, and well, of course, Dimensity 1080 is not the Dimensity 9000. So expect mo kanyang performance is not as good as the Dimensity 9000 pagdating sa mga graphics intense game like Genshin Impact, Tower Fantasy. But pwede mo naman ibaba ang kanyang graphical settings just to enjoy this one. So nakita natin kanina ang kanyang thermal throttling, medyo namumula. So pinakiramdaman ko itong gameplay si Genshin Impact, and true enough, may mafe-feel ka talaga mga lags along the way. And another thing na napansin ko is medyo uminit ang phone na ito after 30 minutes of gameplay sa Tower Fantasy. Dito sa likod, medyo uminit at around mga 44 degrees Celsius. Now, itong phone na ito has a 5,000 mAh of battery, and it can support up to 25 watts ng charging. Now, knowing na si Samsung, lagi walang charger kasama yan. So, this is not an exception. So, well, kasama lang niya is a C to C cable. Now, let me share you my experience of using the Ugreen na charger together with the Samsung Galaxy A34. So, ginamit ko itong dalawang charger na ito. One is the Nexo Mini 20 watts charger. So, ang recommend niya is 25 watts ang kanyang max. So, tinry naman natin to. So, nagtapos tayo in roughly mga 2 hours and 15 minutes. The reason ba't medyo slower ang charging is because 25 ang kaya niya and binigyan natin ng 20. Definitely, it will slow down a bit sa charging. And what's nice dito sa charger na ito, it's very small, it's very compact, ang daling gamitin, ang dali, iba to sa loob ng bag, sa inyong pocket. It's definitely very handy to travel and to bring it around. Pag pack away natin, snap. And there's another one na gusto ko i-share sa inyo. This one is the GAN X 65 watts the charger. Ugreen. And this one definitely faster on charging dito sa phone natin dahil nagtapos tayo in just 1 hour and 40 minutes. So, itong package na ito, makita natin there's a lot of different plugs inside. This one is Europe. This one probably is UK. And this one is for US. So, all you need to do is simply just insert it like this, snap, and use it. So, this one can charge up to 3 devices all at the same time. So, dalawang Type-C and isang Type-A. 65 watts. Now, if you ask me kung pwede ito mag-charge sa mga laptops sa Type-C, yes, definitely, kayang-kaya. Meron pa siyang bonus na carrying case dito sa loob ng box. If you want to know kung saan nyo pwede mabili itong dalawa, link on the description. Now guys, I think it's about time na pag-usapan natin ang ganang camera. It has a triple camera setup starting with a 48MP na main camera sensor with OIS. Then it has a 8MP na aperture 2.2 na ultra-wide sensor and a 5MP na macro lens. Dito, it can shoot up to 4K and 30fps. And dito sa kanyang harap, it has a 13MP na front-facing camera which can also shoot up to 4K and 30fps. And dito sa harap, it has a 13MP na front-facing camera which can also shoot up to 4K and 30fps. Checking yung mga modes na meron dito, you have fun, you have portrait, photo, video, and more. Ito yung mga pwede mo makalikot dito sa more. You have the Pro Video, single take, night shots, food photography, panoramic, macro mode, super slow mode, and slow motion, hyperlapse. Now, one of the good things na gusto ko sa mga camera ng Samsung, definitely mga camera shots is definitely good. Dahil sa kanyang camera module na ginagamit dito is definitely one of the better ones out there. For 21,990, you get a really great camera dito sa A34 5G Samsung. Taking outdoors, I was able to take in some of these breathtaking shots ng mga halaman, mga flower. Definitely, these are really something that you can hardly get on a 20,000 pesos ng ibang phones na hindi Samsung. Now, if you're lucky, sometimes pwede mo pa makuha tong phone na ito at around mga 19,000 something during sales. Now, using itong camera na ito, taking some shots ng mga building, using the ultra-wide lens, looks like this. Then this is the normal shot. And this is the 2x zoom. Now, dinala ko rin tong phone na ito indoors to take some low-light shots and it was able to perform. And on some na mga low-light situation, kaya na i-enhance ang mga photos into make it look more dramatic. like any other Samsung cameras na mga medyo ala flagship, no, like S23. Ganun ang kanyang performance na ang napapansin ko dito sa phone na ito. Definitely, it's a very nice camera dito sa A34. Taking some front-facing shot, I can say definitely very decent ang kanyang front-facing camera. Some of these are really nice. And of course, one of the more noticeable dito is that dito sa low light, medyo hindi ganun kaliwanag dito, but it was able to enhance yung surrounding, no? Making this shot looks definitely better than any other shots na nakuha ko. But on some other low light situation, it might look like this. Medyo madilim siya ng konti, but well, overall, it's still looking good. Now guys, I was able to record some quick clips from this phone using the front-facing camera, indoor and outdoor. Here are some sample clips. So guys, this is the Samsung A34 5G, and right now I'm recording using 1080p and 30 FPS, and this is the video resolution you'll be getting when you're doing it outdoors, like vlogging. And of course, this is the same resolution you'll be getting if you're using it for video chat, conferencing, and by the way, the audio is using the default microphone. What can you say? Comment on the comment section below. So guys, this is the Samsung A34 5G, and right now recording indoors, 1080p and 30 FPS is the resolution we'll be getting, especially if you're vlogging indoors and you're watching, and if you're taking some Viber video calls, and of course Facebook Messenger chat, or just simply doing some conferencing. This is exactly what you'll be getting. And of course, the audio is using the default microphone. What's your comment? Hit it on the comment section below. Now, since this phone is a Korean phone, so me and my family went out during the Holy Week to some of the Korean convenience store that offers, well, a Korean experience. So we went to Kmart, and I record this full video that I took using the rear camera of the Samsung Galaxy A34 5G. Today guys, ilalabas ko kayo and take you to a whole new level of Korean experience together with the Samsung Galaxy A34 5G recording at UHD 30 FPS. And today, binisit namin ang Kim Ramyun's dito sa K-Mall here at Timog, Quezon City. And dito sa convenience store na ito, iluluto namin ang aming instant ramen like how they do it in Korea. So pagpasok namin, ang daming Korean stuff dito. Lalo na instant ramen, sobrang dami. Pati drinks, pati ice cream, everything makikita mo dito. Pati nga mineral water, Korean name, Samdasu. And what's funny is pati si BTS nandito sila. Pati ang kanilang TV, BTS silang palabas. Ito ang gusto ko, mukbang. So ayan, simulan na kami pumili ng aming mga ramen, and sa sandamakmak na variant na meron dito na ramen, dalawa lang ang hindi maanghang. So after namin pumili ng ramen namin, nakakuha na kami ng sarili naming tray, and of course, kumuha na kami ng sarili naming mga bowl. Like they say, DIY, so kailangan mo ilagay yung ramen sa loob ng iyong bowl. So kumuha kami ng aming mga utensil, chopstick, and spoon and fork. So ayan na, pumili na kami ng aming mga toppings. So sobrang daming toppings dito. Kada lagay mo is kaching, 20 pesos. Some of my favorite dito is samgyeopsal, fish cake, and of course, cheese. So pumili na rin kami ng aming mga drinks, plus kumuha na rin kami ng basong ice. So sobrang daming sahog na nilagay namin, lumagpas pa kami ng 500 pesos. So here's the fun part, dediretso na kami doon sa lutuan. So ipapatong namin ang bowl namin sa induction cooker, pipindot namin M1, then of course, pipindot namin ang start. So sarili siya lalabas ng tubig, then a little bit later, kukulo na siya. So of course, don't forget na steer mo, then para maluto siya, then of course, don't forget to put yung egg mo na binili namin, raw egg, pag paluto na siya. So yan, luto na, tinabihan pa namin si BTS para kumain, and of course, pinunit namin ang sachet para ibuhos ang aming mga juice sa baso. Sarap ng mga noodles. Parang nasa Korea ka lang. Definitely nag-enjoy kami dito sa a different kind of Korean food trip, and of course, sa uulitin. Sabi ko dito sa phone na ito, I can say this phone is definitely a standout. I love its color. Itong lime is definitely very standout. Ang kanyang design, ang kanyang form factor, ang kanyang feel sa aking kamay is definitely nice. And, well, honestly, if you compare this to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 12 Pro na having the same processor, almost the same dimension, and almost the same camera build. Now given na medyo mas mahal siya ng konti, this one is priced at around 21,990, but of course, you can always score this at mga 19 something on some of the other partner stores or, well, during sales. I think spending the extra 2,000 pesos on this phone definitely is worth it dahil magandang pagka-present ng Samsung dito sa A34 5G. Definitely, I love it. And of course, taking all those photos dito is, for me, I think it's better than the Redmi Note A12 Pro from Xiaomi. Probably the only thing na medyo nabibitin na ako dito is that teardrop notch siya and medyo makmalaka ng bezels. But overall, well, for me, it's quite decent. And ang charging speed niya maybe is a little bit slower than Xiaomi. Now, if you ask me kung worth bilhin tong Samsung Galaxy A34 5G, now if you can score it at a price point like this, 19,990, definitely this is a good buy. And I'll be linking everything on the description box below. So guys, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share this video. And of course, subscribe to my channel for more future reviews here on my channel. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.